Hey guys, welcome back to another layout update. Got a lot of things to show you, a bunch of new stuff, some progress on the layout, as well as some new trucks and some new projects. So we're going to get right into it. Alright, so here's our recent truck build. This is a CSX maintenance away boom truck. Kind of went off of real pictures of this one, but just kind of put my own some of my own touches on it. So it's an international cab with a custom painted bed and custom boom. It's got a welder and an air compressor plus a custom painted ladder and ladder rack. The paint on the bed didn't come out as great. You can tell right here there's some heavy spots, but to be honest, I kind of rushed it. Should have taken my time on it, but oh well. So yep, this is another custom truck. Really happy how it came out, other than the paint on the door or on the side of the bed. On this side there's some actual runs on the paint, but it kind of looks like rust. Like it might put some powder on that, make it look a little bit of rust. But overall, it is a nice truck. I'm going to add some DOT striping along the beds on each side, and I also need to get some tail lights, paint those, or make some, and also cover up the old boom support hole. Might just put some detail on that just to cover it up. But overall, it is a pretty nice truck, and I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, so here's another truck that I've recently built. This is actually a kit. It's a Lone Star Ford L9000 truck with a lumber body kit. So I custom painted it, add some extra details on it, and now I have this. It's a pretty nice kit. I had to repaint the cab just because it was white, but it was like sun bleached white, so it was really not even white anymore. So I had to repaint that, and then paint the bed and add some details to it. But overall, it is a nice kit. And now I just have to get some decals for my lumberyard. Alright, so here's a spot that I've been working on the layout. If you remember, I don't know if in the other videos you noticed, there was actually a gap between the foam pieces right here, and that was because the foam didn't line up, or there was not enough foam there to fit. So there was some gap there. So I finally took some Great Stuff Foam Pro and just went and sprayed it in the foam and let it set up, and now it's basically like you won't ever notice it once it's all painted, and once I get some foam turf down and repaint the road. I have to smooth this out a little more, but you won't ever notice it once I get the road painted and some the rest of the scenery back down over here. Alright, now if you remember about a month ago, I got this Dairy Queen kit. It's a Walthers kit, so I finally put it together, painted it, and put it together, and it came out great, just how I wanted it. It looks really good. The only other part I've got to do left in the kit-wise is actually paint all the stonework on the front of the building, which would take a while. But I've seen other guys do it, and it's actually really worth it to hand paint all of them. But it is a really nice build. I am going to do some detailing to it, put some AC units and details on the roof. I'm also going to do some drive-through details. This is the entrance to the drive-through, so I'll build a little menu board on this side with a clearance sign, and then on the back side it's got the drive-through windows. And I also need to get the parking lot and drive-through paved. This whole area is going to be paved actually with joint compound, so it should look really nice. So now I want to talk about a little bit of freight car detailing. Recently, I've been wanting to put some update my freight cars with reflectors. And the one company I went to is called Smokebox Graphics, and they make HO scale reflectors. And the neat thing about these cars is that they actually reflect. So not only is it are they HO scale reflectors, but they actually reflect light when you shine a light on them. So that's pretty neat. So I've done it to started to do it to some of my rolling stock. Pretty much all these hoppers on this train have got them. The tank car and the NS High Cube have got them. So that's pretty much all I've done. Still got a whole bunch of more rolling stock to do. I'm even going to go over the cars that have them already installed, like this American Limited hopper. It comes with reflectors already, I guess, painted on, but I'm just going to go over those with the Smokebox graphic ones just so that every car matches. So they are a great product. They do HO, N scale, and O scale reflectors, and they also do decals, patch decals. I think they do graffiti decals. They also do locomotive stripes for Norfolk Southern and basically for all the roads, Norfolk Southern, CSX, BNSF. They do stripes for those locomotives. So if you're definitely looking for some reflectors, I highly suggest these. You can see some of the prices. You can see the prices right here for HO scale. I got the variety pack, so it was came with 3 sheets of. It came with all 3 of these. You see at the bottom. But there's prices for O scale, N scale, and then here's locomotive striping. So they are a pretty good company. And again, I highly suggest them if you're looking for some stripes for your rolling stock and locomotives. So in my last video, it was an unboxing video. If you guys watched that, you'll know I got the new Athearn RTR 60-foot Gunderson boxcar. Well, this past weekend also, I went to a train show and bought a few things, and this is one of my train show purchases, is this ICC 60-foot high cube boxcar, and it is made by Athearn RTR also. It is their line that they're coming out with now is called the Ready to Rust line. So it's basically the car has been faded. So you can see the CSX logo has been faded. It would be a bright yellow, but now it's almost white, and the whole boxcar is basically faded. Even the underframe is a grayish color. It's not completely black, so that's pretty nice. It's a really nice car. I really like it. All right, so another new shipment that has come in over the past few weeks is this new release of the Scenemaster trucks from Walthers. These are a line of international style trucks. Now I know some of you are confused because maybe some of you have some of these trucks on your layout, or maybe got them years ago, or maybe got them years ago, because these came out in March 28th, and yes, they're not new, as in new trucks, but they are new in the sense that they have never been offered in white like this before. If you guys all know, Walthers is, or has got a hold of the Boley molds that produce these trucks. This is where these trucks came from. Not many people know that Boley were making these trucks, and then Boley went out of business, and Walthers bought some of the molds and started producing their trucks under the Scenemaster line, which was good because Boley was the only company at the time making these very scale looking rigs, and Walthers has stepped it up even more with a few extra details added to them than the Boley line. But they are now packaged under the Walthers Scenemaster brand. And like I said, this is the first time they have been offered in white, which is really good for maintenance of way guys like myself. Not only that, but if you can tell, there's actually a decal sheet packaged with every truck. So you can see the sheet is right back here. So you can decal your trucks very easily and very quickly to whatever railroad you want. They have a variety of railroads on the sheet. They have all the modern ones like Norfolk Southern, CSX, Union Pacific, BNSF, Canadian National, CP, and then they have some fallen flag railroads like Chessie, Conrail, Chicago Northwestern, I think Pennsylvania, and a few others. So there's endless variety of railroads you can do. But after looking at the decals, because I already opened one up and built it, after looking at the decals, I don't think I have a sheet here, but to me the decals are too small in scale. Let's see if I have another sheet. Thought I had one around, but I don't. They are too small, so I won't be using them, but they are mainly for guys who just want a truck with a railroad decal on the side. They don't really care what the truck looks like, because you can just take one of these out of the packaging and make it whatever you want. This one most people use for signal truck. These utility trucks, most of them use them for section work on rails. These dump trucks can easily be turned into a ballast dump truck. But I'm going to do some custom building to them and make them a little more prototypical to the real ones. And so I'll be using my decals I order from Precision Design Company. So just a little update on these trucks. I hope to get more in the future, and we'll move on with the update. Okay, so like I said earlier, I went to a train show this past weekend, and it was a good show. Wasn't a very big one, but there was some really good deals there, and these are the rest of the stuff that I picked up at the show. Of course, got 2 River Point Station trucks. I went early, so these were the only ones that were there, so I definitely had to pick them up for a good price. I also got two packs of these Details West High Rail wheel sets. Got 2 of those, and also got this BNSF F-150 truck from Atlas. So definitely I'll be doing a tutorial on how to mount the Details West High Rail kits onto the Atlas truck, because these are specifically built for Trident vehicles. If you can see, they are specifically built for Trident vehicles. So, but they do work for other vehicles. I've already done it to both an Atlas and a River Point Station truck. I'll do separate tutorials on both of them, just because they take there's different steps to do for each truck. So that about does it for the update, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and keep coming back for more videos. See ya.